Hey everyone, welcome to the group. This is Form of Therapy and I am your producer, and we are doing a album reaction slash listening party to Love Yourself Her by BTS. Now if you haven't watched already, we reacted to DNA and the Serendipity trailer, so I have listened to both those songs. You can watch those videos after this video or before, you can go check it out. But I'm going to be skipping those two songs just to keep this video as tight and compact as possible. We're going to be reacting to the rest of the album, and I'm also going to be looking at the English lyrics as I'm listening. I feel like with BTS, their lyrics are very meaningful, so I feel like it's important to look at the lyrics while I'm listening to these songs, so just keep that in mind. So the first song we're checking out is Best of Me by BTS. This is the song that's in collaboration, or at least was produced by Drew Taggart of the Choo Choo Smuckers. I don't know if this is considered an actual Choo Choo Smuckers collaboration because I know the other guy didn't work on it, and Choo Choo Smuckers is a duo. I do have some reservations, but there were people who were like completely freaking out. Mind you, this was just all word of mouth, so I don't know if this is true, but apparently people were canceling their pre-orders for the album. Listen, it's just a collaboration, and yes, the Chainsmokers are a terrible duo, making sellouty music, but here's the thing. Do you honestly think that BTS would allow a shit song on their album? This is a collaboration. If the Chainsmokers lays down a, I don't know, a subpar beat, no doubt BTS is gonna go in there, put their own spin and flavor on it, and it's gonna make it better. So let's check this out, and let's see how it does. This sounds very much like a Chainsmokers instrumental, yeah. That sounds very much like the Chainsmokers chorus. Oh, who is this? Is this J-Hope? Or was that Suga? That was either J-Hope or Suga, but that was a great part. I love how it just like accelerated right there. Oh, I love that. There's like this choir chorus thing going on, and I love that in songs. It gives it like this otherworldly effect. It makes it feel larger than life. And this song is talking about love. It's talking about how you're the best of me, you bring out the best in me. And I think that chorus effect really adds to that feeling. It like makes the love feel grander, makes it feel bigger. Very interesting song. Okay, so let's address this. Obviously, they worked with the Choo Choo Smuckers on this. You can hear the Choo Choo Smuckers' grummy little paws all over this song. But here's the thing. As much as you can hear the Choo Choo Smuckers' influence, you can really hear BTS's influence. Now, the Choo Choo Smuckers, their weakness has always been the fact that their instrumentals are pretty weak. They're pretty minimalistic. They're very like two-toned. I feel like the problem with the Smuckers is that they don't put in the extra effort. Like, listen, I get it. They're hardworking, whatever, etc., etc. But the artistry in their songs has just disappeared. I say this as someone who used to be a big Choo Choo Smuckers fan like years ago. They used to make really great music, but they make more sellouty music now, and you know, I'm not in the minority when I say that. Their recent album has been critically panned for being just absolutely lazy. They're notorious for just really stupid lyrics, for disappointing drops. And BTS's influence is all over this song because they make up for some of that. I think this song is a solid 8 out of 10. I think it's a good song. I think this could have been a great song. I think this could have been almost a perfect song. I think really the only problem that prevents it from being that is the fact that it doesn't have a really, really good chorus. I think the chorus is really disappointing. It's not even a drop. It's more of a transition. And yeah, not every song needs a drop, but that's the thing about the Choo Choo Smuckers. The way they create the skeleton for their songs and instrumentals, they set it up for a drop. They always hype it up, and the way that it's meticulously orchestrated is that it's hyping you up for a really big drop. And it never brings you that satisfaction, which is disappointing. And I feel that here, but I feel like it's also a lot better than typical Choo Choo Smucker songs. And one of the things that I really like is that their lyrics are a lot better. The Choo Choo Smuckers have really bad lyrics and they have bad singing. That's always been one of my biggest criticisms, is that they keep using Drew Taggart, who worked on this song and is one half of the Chainsmokers, to actually sing their songs instead of just sampling or featuring people. I think it's clearly because Drew Taggart wants to be a solo musician in his own right, and this is him sort of like getting his voice recognition out there, but I just don't think he has nearly enough musical talent or training in the singing department. Now, I think BTS brings a lot of that talent. I think especially with the rap, if you listen to Choo Choo Smucker songs, one, they usually don't have rapping, and two, even if it were to feature rapping, it's definitely not dynamic K-pop rapping, where I don't know who that was in the middle. It was either J-Hope or Suga for sure. It was really high pitched and it was like going really, really fast. I really liked that part. Their lyrics are very meaningful and the singing is on point. And I feel like that's what really sells a Choo Choo Smucker song. It has to have all these extra effects, you know? You hear the whooping and the hollering in the background. That works as well. I feel like the Chainsmokers don't have that. All they have is like, all right, we created the instrumental, let's put this song out there. That's what it always feels like with the Chainsmokers song. Even though it sounds like I'm actually bagging on it, I actually think this song is really, really great. I would give this a solid 8 out of 10. All right, next up, we're gonna be checking out Dimple by BTS. I don't know what to expect from this. I expect it might be a little bit slower because it's called Dimple. Sounds a little soft and romantic. So let's check this out. Oh. Interesting. Still going with the EDM influence, okay. So I can call you elite girl? Oh my god. Oh my god. Those lyrics. I do find this interesting that this is yet another, I feel like, optimistic, heartfelt, feel-good love song. Alright, so that was Dimple by BTS. First of all, not a lot of variation in that song. I feel like once you listen to the first chorus, that's kind of it. You know what you're getting. There's not a big wide variety, big gigantic rap break. You know, I don't think the song itself is very dynamic, but I do love it. I do love the song. I think it's very romantic. I think it's very, it's got this very lighthearted, head in the clouds type feeling. There's something about this that is inherently romantic in the sense that it feels very much like an autumn song. Now, you might be like, it doesn't feel like an autumn song, but I don't know. Think of the song and try to imagine it in any other season. I can't really see this as a spring song, a summer song, a winter song. It feels very much like an autumn song, and it feels like when you're in love, spending time with someone, and it feels like it's a dream, but you're awake. You know what I mean? It feels like life is so good, reality is so good, everything feels so dreamlike, you know? And I feel like a lot of the lyrics reflect that, you know? It's like, it sounds like BTS is in disbelief because of this person, because of their smile, because of their dimples. So yeah, I think this song follows a very interesting trend so far, because we have Serendipity, DNA, Best of Me, Dimple, all very, very love-based songs, and all very like positive love-based songs, so to say. Anyways, let's move on to the next song. Let's check out Pied Piper by BTS. Interesting title. I believe the name Pied Piper, it's from folklore. A Pied Piper is someone that inspires people to follow them based on like either lies, like big lies, or promises, like very big promises, you know? So not necessarily lying, but like it could be one or the other. Like Pied Pipers can be someone who's tricking you, or it's just someone who is like inspiring you to follow them based on extravagant promises. Very interesting start, very funky. Very groovy. Oh, this is weird. These lyrics are very interesting. So this song is an award I'm giving to you. Oh, interesting. You're not being punished. Oh, these lyrics are very interesting. So this song is very clearly for their fans. Oh, so they're the Pied Pipers and the fans are the followers. These lyrics are very interesting. I'm here to save you, I'm here to ruin you. It's almost saying like BTS is a double-edged sword. You know, it's like they're this great presence and love in your life, but obviously, like, you know, you're not studying, you're doing all of this and that, and they're just like, fucking get your shit together. Oh, this is like very late 70s, like early 80s funk influence. I love it. Wow, these lyrics are very interesting. I mean, of all the songs so far, I feel like these lyrics are the most meaningful. I also love this beat. I love this instrumental. I know I've been talking about the lyrics a lot throughout this entire reaction, but this song itself is also really fucking great. This is really fucking funky. Oh, do you guys hear that? Like that kind of Robotronic. Yeah. Oh, interesting. First of all, I love like the 70s, 80s funk influence in this song. Very, very interesting. Obviously, the lyrics are insanely powerful. The lyrics are saying a lot to their fans, especially. It's like they're acknowledging the influence they have in your life, and they're trying to, I don't know, they're trying to help you. They're trying to fix you and make you better, but they're also like, I don't know, they're also acknowledging that we also might be a bad influence, you know? So that's really cool. That's very interesting. But the song itself, I absolutely love it. I would give this song like a 9 out of 10. Very, very groovy, funky beat. Almost kind of like, if you told me that Daft Punk produced this, I would not be surprised. Like, if you guys remember their last album, the Get Lucky album, that was very like funk influenced, and I feel like that was a little bit too much funk. But this song, Pied Piper, I feel like it's a good blend of 70s influence, of funk influence, while keeping it modern. And I feel like I really liked Rap Monster's verse as well, and I think that flowed really well with the funk influence as well. I would actually really love more K-pop acts to do funk influenced songs and to mix rapping in there. Like, I love listening to musical genres that are such a clash of something that's never been done yet. So yeah, I really like Pied Piper. 9 out of 10. Alright, now let's move on. We've had a lot of feel-good, heartfelt ones. We're going to be listening to Mic Drop, which, based on the title and based on the trend of the songs that we've been listening to, I feel like there's going to be a hip-hop influence one coming in. So I feel like this is it. I feel like this is going to be very hip-hop influenced and very rap heavy. So let's check this out. Oh, this is very dirty. This is like late 90s, like early 2000s Korean hip-hop rap influence. Like, I grew up listening to Korean rap, and it sounded very much like this. So this song is very boastful. It's very in the traditional sense of hip-hop and rap. Ooh, the use of autotune is very interesting. I feel like autotune is pretty oversaturated in the market in terms of people use it to correct singing, but autotune can also be used to create like that little warbling effect that you heard, which is very interesting. Like, autotune can work really well when used tastefully, and I think they used it pretty well. Like right there. Rap Monster's verse was fucking sick. Oh my god. I heard this song was influenced by, or inspired at least, by Obama's Mic Drop. Ooh, this sounds almost evil and ominous in tone. This is very interesting. Okay, so that was Mic Drop by BTS. I usually am not a fan of like the very hip-hop influenced songs, the rap influenced songs. Like, no offense, that's just not me. Like the ciphers, even 21st Century Girls, not my thing. But I really like Mic Drop. Maybe it's because it's the first time I'm actually reading the lyrics and paying attention, and maybe that's always been sort of the key thing in rap and hip-hop as well. It's less about rapping, it's more about the message. And maybe I actually need to go back and check out those other hip-hop songs, re-listen to them. But this was really good. I think this was a good harmony between good lyrical delivery and good lyrics and a good instrumental and a good direction and flow for the song. I feel like I'm not a big fan of typical boastful type of hip-hop and rapping as well. I prefer more soulful rapping, like rapping about something that matters, that has some meaning and a message. I don't know what it is. I just really like Mic Drop. I think the use of like the really grungy tones and like that instrument, it's like a guitar, but it's not a traditional guitar. I think it's like a Korean guitar. It's like a traditional Korean guitar. It's like really long. I forgot what they're called. It kind of sounds like that, and a lot of like late 90s early 2000s hip-hop rap sounded like that. I grew up on that kind of stuff, so I really enjoyed this. Next up, we're gonna be checking out Go Go by BTS. Again, no idea what to expect. It's Go Go, so I expect something a little bit more energetic. Oh, weird. What is this opening? Oh, I'm getting like Camila Cabello vibes. Is that a fucking recorder? Oh my god, this is so American influenced. Holy shit, this is like... Trap's not the right word, but I feel like a lot of trap hip-hop artists have this kind of style as well. I actually don't know what it's called because I don't listen to this. Who is that screaming in the background? I absolutely love that. Whoever like was screaming that, I love that. Oh my god, I gotta love this now. The lyrics are literally YOLO, YOLO, YOLO. Yo, I'm gonna be straight up. I don't like songs like these, but this is really good. I feel like I'm getting more into it. I don't want to say this is my favorite song on the album, but it's definitely leaving the biggest impression. Okay, these lyrics are really douchey. This song is kind of douchey. In the best way possible, you know what I mean? It's like... It's douchey, but like... You love how douchey it is. It's like... It's like the fuckboy anthem that you can't help but love, you know? So, that was a very weird song. I think the only song that I've ever listened to that even comes close to this, and even then they're not that similar, is OMG by Camila Cabello. This is like along the lines of like really douchey music I don't listen to. This is like along the lines of trap music, but it's not trap music. Again, it's got like a more of a tropical vibe to it. Like, I don't know what exactly it would be. Is it like... It's not reggae, and it's not exactly tropical either. I don't think it's dancehall. Like, I don't know what this is. Like, I'm listening to this song, and all I want to do is aggressively dab to it. Like, I can't fucking help it. And yet I love it. I'm not saying this just because, like, I'm trying to suck BTS's cock. Like, listen, if I don't like a song, I'll point it out. But I really like this, and maybe it's just my music taste changing, or maybe it's what K-pop can do to, I feel like, douchey music that can make it better, what BTS can do at least. And a lot of the lyrics were pretty simple. A lot of the lyrics were pretty douchey. It was about spending money, YOLO, YOLO. I feel like there's nothing deep or intense or introspective here. But I think it's following this trend of all the songs on this album are pretty extroverted, and it's really following the theme of love yourself. I feel like the first half of the album was definitely more romantic, and we're now getting into the more not as romantic music. But I like this. I like this a lot, to the point where I would give this a solid 8 out of 10. No joke. I would give this song an 8 out of 10. Alright guys, last but not least, we're going to be checking out BTS's final song on the album. It's the outro song called Her. I expect this to be a bit more romantic, probably a bit slower. We'll see. Yes. Piano, melancholy. Getting into the slowness. Or not. Okay, hold on. It's got a little bit more life to it than I thought.
What you trying to say? Yo. The world is complex. We was looking for love. 나도 그냥 그런 사람들 중 하나였어. 내가 원하는 내가 되기로 gotta sworn to myself.
Oh. By the way, is this all Rapmon? I love it. His flow is fucking great. I really love this right now because if you listen to any of our videos, I love chill hop and lo-fi music, and this is right up that alley. I am in love with this right now. Is that Suga singing? Is that Suga? No way. I've never actually heard him sing. That's if it is him, that's fucking sexy. Okay, so that was outro Her. I really dig this. If you have been to any of our live streams, if you listen to any of the music that I use whenever I'm speaking in the intro of our videos or the outro of our videos, I always use chill hop or lo-fi music, and that's exactly the vibe of this song. I love how laid back it is. I love how cool it is, and once again, like the other song, Dimple, it's very much an autumn tone type song. And I think this album in general, I have to sum up my feelings, it's very different from any other BTS album, especially Wings, because Wings was very sort of dark and depressing almost, and a lot of their music is pretty dark. But this song and this album overall has been very positive, very extroverted, very optimistic, and very filled with love. You know, it's called Love Yourself, and they were not holding back the punches on that. Like, these are all very different forms of loving yourself, but they are all very, very inherently positive. None of these are about pain and strife. It's just all about love. And I gotta say, I dig this album. Listen, I know there's a lot of controversy right now. There's a lot of people who actually don't like this album, who don't like the title track. And people are saying, oh, I don't get all the haters. They're not haters. I genuinely understand why people don't like this. This is a huge departure from BTS's style. You know, BTS invested a certain kind of style for many, many years now. In fact, BTS really took off because of this style. It was really with I Need You, Run, The Wings, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, like all of that kind of really dark, introspective stuff that they really took off. And so I can see why people are kind of disappointed, but I'm not that way. I love experimentation. I love sort of groovier sounds like this. I love more chill tones like this. So this album might be one of my favorites, but I can also completely acknowledge that a lot of people's criticisms may be valid, but I think it's not so much criticism in the sense that it's bad, it's just not their taste. You know what I mean? I think even the song Best of Me, the collaborative effort with the Choo Choo Smuckers, that song, first of all, just because you listen to that song and you like that song, and by the way, I've listened to it a couple times now, I really, really like Best of Me. It really, really stands out to me the more I listen to it. But just because you like this song doesn't mean that you support the Choo Choo Smuckers. There's a very big difference. You can listen to this song and you can support BTS and still condemn the Choo Choo Smuckers and point out that they are a bunch of privileged racist assholes who make mediocre music. Honestly, I really love this album. I would give this album probably a solid 8.5 out of 10. Not a 9 out of 10 because there aren't multiple songs that I'm just like crazy about, but I think all the songs are extremely solid. I think DNA, Best of Me, Pied Piper, Dimple really stand out to me. Alright, that's like half the album, which is pretty fucking good. Alright guys, that's it for the listening party. What did you guys think of the Love Yourself Her album? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did it exceed your expectations? Did it not live up to your expectations? Let me know in the comments below. Let's foster a discussion, and please, don't be afraid to say what's on your mind. Formal Therapy is a place of discussion. You can have your own opinions and we will not judge you for them. So let's talk. Anyways, if you're new here and you like this video, why don't you go ahead and consider subscribing? You can see more videos like this in the future. Also, if you like this video in general, why don't you go ahead and click the like button down below. It actually really helps us out a lot. And also, if you want to see the DNA reaction or the Serendipity reaction or any other reaction really, just go ahead and click the videos over here off to the side. And I'll see you guys later.